Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. And today is going to be an article from the AP. All right. It says rents reach insane levels across the U.S. with no end in sight. And I want to bring this out because this article made me think of economist Gerald Celente, who gives a very profound a statement, man. Quote, when people have nothing left to lose, guess what? They lose it. And that's what's coming to the not only the U.S., which this article is speaking on, but the entire world. All right. Still to this day, you have protests, you have so-called seditions going on all over the world, right? Because people are losing their very way of life. They're losing their so-called rights, constitutional rights, depending wherever country you're in, they're losing those so-called rights. They're having bank accounts frozen. All right. You see what just happened with the truckers and the people that supported the truckers up in Canada. They actually had their accounts froze. So people are angry, people are upset, and it's only going to get worse and worse as the currencies of the entire world are devalued, because that's what's going on right now. It says Crystal Guerrera, Miami apartment has a tiny kitchen, cracked tiles, warped cabinets, no dishwasher, and hardly any storage place. But Guerrera was fine with the apartment's shortcomings. It was part of being a 32-year-old graduate student in South Florida. She reasoned, and she was happy to live there for a few more years as she finished her marketing degree. And these women finna be in a world of trouble, man. These these women that's forever in school, they live alone. They finna catch some real hell out here because it's finna get ugly, and it's not gonna be civil anymore. Those are the times that we're gonna enter into. Let's keep going. That was until a new owner bought the property and told her he was raising the rent from $1,550 to $1,950, a 26% increase that Guerrera said meant her rent would account for the majority of her take-home pay from the University of Miami. All right. I thought that was insane, said Guerrera, who decided to move out. I am supposed to stop paying for everything else I have going on in my life just so I can pay rent? That's unsustainable. And that's right. That's a perfect word, unsustainable, meaning this house of cards will collapse. You see the price, the price they charge for used cars now, man. It is simply ridiculous, man. It could be a car from 2005 with damn near 150,000 miles on it, and they could want 15 grand for that car. Just simply ridiculous, man. All right. So all the things that you really need for travel, rent, utilities, groceries, all those things are going up in price really because the money, all right, the dollar is failing these fiat currencies. It says Guerrera is hardly alone. Rents have exploded across the country, causing many to dig deep into their savings, downsize to subpar units, or fall behind on payments and risk eviction now that a federal moratorium has ended. So get ready to see a lot more homeless, all right, on the streets, because that's what's coming. Now let's go into the scriptures. Let's go into the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Let's start at 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, right? And those that look out of the windows be darkened, meaning they see no future. They see no hope. And a lot of these jobs, which I just posted a video about them trying to pass a bill in California where you got to have that zombie juice to be employed. And if the employer doesn't do it, the employer is going to get fined. All right. Now they're trying to introduce that bill, which was knocked down at the federal level through Biden and OSHA. But guess what? You're going to have state by state push it. So you're going to have an exodus of people out of certain states. All right. You might even have certain states, I always say this, succeed. All right. because these people aren't stopping. They're going for broke because this is truly the end. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. It says, and when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and mourners go about the street. Right? They're still protesting. They were just mentioning in Australia, you got people still, what is it? I forgot how they named it. They called it a freedom convoy because their rights being taken and these mandates still being pushed. All right. So don't get rocked back to sleep thinking things are going back to normal. They try to cool things off or don't push it in the media as much. And then they're going to come back, harder and stronger than they were before. Gradualism. That's the word. Let's go back to the article. It says in the 50 largest U.S. metro areas, median rent rose an astounding 19.3% from December 2020 to December 2021, according to Realtor.com. Analysis of properties with 2 or fewer bedrooms, and nowhere was a jump bigger than in Miami Metro, where the median rent exploded to $2,850, 49% higher than the previous year. So you're going to have people fleeing that state, man. That's ridiculous. All right. You could own a couple properties or a house with a so-called mortgage, which is bullshit too. But at least you keep that mortgage payment at the same rate, right? Than a landlord raising the rent. The only other thing they can do is push up the so-called property tax, or if you live in an association, you got something called homeowner fees, which they can still push up. All right. So, but these devils, man, they're going to cause a revolt among these people, man. Because enough people fall by the wayside, you're going to have a full-on, what's the word I'm looking for? A full-on pushback from the citizens, regardless of whatever state or country that they're in, man. It's going to get hot and heavy. Now, let's go to this right here in the book. Salakia, bear with me. Second Esdras, chapter 9. Let's start at 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, right? Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee. All right? Even from the beginning. So the Lord's words are perfect, man. All right? Everyone is going to do what it's supposed to do, okay? For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. So these things are not happening for no reason. These things are not happening for no reason. The tensions between Ukraine and Russia being pushed more and more. You have the falling of the markets throughout the world, different stock markets falling. You have the uproars of the people. You have hunger in record number among a lot of these countries, especially third world countries. And then you're going to have just pure violence going on when these people finally lose it, man. All right? Because a lot of people, I was reading some article where they say most people don't even have $400 in savings to handle an emergency, man. And it's going to be a lot of emergencies. It says, even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. And these are the signs of the times, man. All right. We are in the signs of the end. You see? So the wars and rumors of wars, the love of many waxing cold. All right. We just went through it. These things are popping off. It says other cities across Florida, Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, and the Sun Belt destinations of San Diego, Las Vegas, Austin, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, all saw spikes of more than 25% during that time period. So you have a plethora of different cities and states they just named with what going up? The rents, man, the cost of living, even in the South, even in the North, even in the Midwest, So soon there's going to be nowhere you can run. So everybody is going to get to a point where you're going to have full board pushback. And what's coming out on the zombie juice, been maiming a lot of people. Those reports are soon to come out. All right, you got whistleblowers, telling it all about what's really going on. So that's going to upset and boil up the frustrations in these people even more and more. And that's what the elite are really banking on. What's the dude said? Schwab, prepare for an angrier world. It says rising rents are increasing driver of high inflation and has become one of the nation's top economic problems. Labor Department data, which covers existing rents as well as new listings, shows much smaller increases, but those are also picking up rental costs 0.5% in January from December. The Labor Department said last week that they may seem small, but it was the biggest increase in 20 years and will likely accelerate. So it's going to get ugly, man. And these numbers, you can almost triple them or quadruple them, but they're pushing. They say inflation is only 7.5%. I say bullshit. Let's keep going. Let's go into let's stay in Second Esdras. We'll end it in this. Second Esdras 15. Starting at 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, because it's going to be crumbs left out here in the society, right? Crumbs left. And I just want to show the headline from this article. The numbers of Americans living paycheck to paycheck jumped 7%, report shows. All right? And it got to be more than that. People living paycheck to paycheck. All right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You just seen what happened with that trucker convoy up in Canada. All right? They didn't move them trucks, even though it was blocking so-called trade routes. And I think today they eventually brought in the heavy-handed arms. I think they showed police breaking truck windows, pulling people out, arresting them, throwing them in the back of paddy wagons. He was using that force. But soon it's going to be so many people pushing back that the powers that be, they're going to go into their bunkers. They're going to go into their safe houses, because you're going to have mob activity going on out here. It says, let me read it again. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. You're going to have more and more isolation from people. You people that live in Florida, stay in Florida. You people in Texas, you're going to be in Texas. You people that's in Arizona, are going to be in Arizona. So on and so forth. And you're going to have people blocking state to state, city to city, because, like I said, people are going to be hoarding crumbs, and they ain't going to want nobody coming in. No new friends, all right, so to speak, all right? And they show you that in a lot of these apocalyptic shows and movies. Walking Dead, when somebody new show up, what the hell are their intentions? You see? So that kind of sentiment is going to wash over the earth, man. And it's going to increase in violence, sedition, and people doing whatever the hell they want to do. That's what's coming. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, as I start off with a quote from Gerald Celente, when people have nothing left to lose, guess what? They lose it. And the times of losing it is right around that corner, man. All right, right around that corner. So at the times that us brothers are reporting through prophecy, just get ready to. And this is a little house. I clicked on it. This broad paying damn near $3,000 a month for it, man. And it ain't no space, man. Small as hell. Everything is cramped. Everything is jammed. But you're going to pay, guess what? You're going to pay more for less. That's the times we're entering into. More for fucking less, man. And that's going to piss people off at the direction, right? Especially these patriots, especially these people that love this. I'm going to use America as an example, Mystery Babylon, that love this place. They're going to be highly upset. And guess what? They're going to be out for blood. But that's to the point. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and shalom next time.